Hello students. So today we are going to start with a new lesson, that is straight lines. Okay. So we have done in 10th standard coordinate geometry. Okay. So this is a continuation of that lesson. So what we have learned in coordinate geometry, distance between the 2 points, right? So if 2 points are there, P and Q, x1, y1, x2, y2. So its distance PQ is given by root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, right? This is the distance. Then we have, suppose a point is dividing this line in the ratio of m and n, okay, m is to n. Then we write this point r x comma y, we write it as m x2 plus n x1 upon m plus n. This is internal. Okay, it divides internally. y2 plus n y1 upon m plus n. Okay, so this is for our a point which is dividing this line. Okay, internal, and external we take this as minus. The signs are minus. Okay, then midpoint, how midpoint is given? Midpoint formula is, you have to take x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay, this is for midpoint. Then we have area of a triangle. If 3 points are given, okay, it is given by half x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. Okay. Now, if the points are collinear, what do you mean by collinear? Collinear means the points are on a straight line. Okay, then area of triangle is 0. Okay. So, if you get area of triangle 0, then you can say that these points are collinear. Okay. So, now let's start with this chapter, that is this year's. So, first thing which is given here is slope of a line. Okay. So, how do you calculate slope of a line? So, slope of a line, if you have a line like this, okay, and you want to calculate slope here, okay, so there will be 2 points, right? This is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. So how we write slope? Slope we write it as y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay, that is change in this is y1 y2 and this is x1 x2. Okay, change in y1 y2 with respect to x2 x1. Okay. So if you are given angle, okay, then how do you write the slope, okay, in terms of angle? So there is a figure which shows you how to draw it. So this line L is making angle theta, okay, with the x-axis, and this remaining angle will be 180 minus theta, right? Okay. So theta made by the line L with positive direction of x-axis and measured anti-clockwise is called inclination of the line. So this theta is called the inclination of the line. So theta is between 0 and 180. Okay. Okay. So theta is the inclination. Theta is the inclination. Okay. And slope is given by tan of theta. Okay. So tan of that angle will give you the slope. Okay. This is called a slope, or we write it as gradient. Gradient of L. Okay. Now there are certain angles, that is angle 90 if you take. So what is the tan of 90? You have tan of 90 is not defined, right? So slope is not defined here. If the line is perpendicular to the x-axis. Okay. Yeah. And perpendicular x-axis means the y-axis. Okay. For x-axis, y-axis is perpendicular. So slope of y-axis is not defined. Okay, I'll write it here. Slope, we write it as m, which is our tan of theta. Okay, so there are two special cases, that is slope of 90 degree, that is tan of 90 degree is not defined. Okay, so this line is perpendicular to the x-axis, perpendicular to x-axis, or we can write it as this is the slope of y-axis. Okay, same way if you take tan of 0 degree, tan of 0 is 0. Okay, so tan of 0 degree means what? The line is parallel to the x-axis, that is it is x-axis itself. So it is line is parallel to x-axis, or we can say that slope of x-axis is 0. Okay. Then slope of a line when coordinates of any 2 points on the line are given. This we have just now done, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 if the coordinates are given. Okay. Then conditions for parallelism and perpendicularity of lines in terms of their slopes. So lines are perpendicular or parallel, perpendicular or parallel lines can be determined by their slopes also. If you have slopes equal, okay, slopes are equal means what? The lines are parallel. Okay. Since they are parallel, that's why their slopes are equal, correct? Okay. So if the lines are perpendicular, then we have m1 into m2, that is product is -1. Okay, if the lines are say perpendicular, then we get this. So these are the two conditions in terms of slope. Okay. There are some examples. Find the slope of the lines. So first they have given 2 points, 3, -2 and -1, 4. Now this is 2 points are given. So this is in the point form. Okay. So we can find slope y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 is 4 minus of minus 2 upon x2 is 3 minus 1, sorry, minus 3. So this is 4 plus 2, 6 upon minus 4. So this is minus 3 by 2. Okay. Other two are also same way you have to solve. Okay. So second one which is given, it's in the textbook. See, the second one, slope of the line through the points 3 comma minus 2 and 7 comma minus 2, slope comes to 0. Okay, if the slope is 0, what we can conclude? We can say that the line is parallel to x-axis. Okay, here the slope is not defined in the third case, so we can say that the line is perpendicular to x-axis. Here last one is making inclination of 60 degree with the positive direction of x-axis. So here theta is given. Theta is given means you have to find m in terms of tan theta. So tan of 60 degree. Tan 60 degree is root. Okay. Next is angle between the two lines. Next subtopic is angle between the two lines. Okay. So here is the figure. So these are two lines L1 and L2. Okay. And these are the angles they are making with the x-axis. Okay. So how slope is given? First is m1, slope of the first line, tan alpha 1, and slope of the second line is tan alpha 2. Okay. Now, if you look here, this is a triangle, right? So this is alpha 2 plus theta. This is theta. These are vertically opposite angles. And this is 180 minus alpha 1. If you take this as alpha 1, this is alpha 1 because it is with L1, and this is alpha 2. Okay. This is our 180 minus alpha 1. Okay. So if you add these three angles, the sum is 180, right? Using angle sum property. Okay, so I'll take points as A, B, and C. So triangle ABC, I'm making use of angle sum property. So this is alpha 2 plus 180 minus alpha 1 plus theta equal to 180. Okay. So this 180 and this 180 gets cancelled. So you will get here alpha 2 minus alpha 1 is equal to minus theta. So we can remove this minus sign. So this becomes theta. If I take this minus sign this side, so alpha 1 minus alpha 2. Okay. Now taking tan both the sides. So this will be tan theta equal to tan of alpha 1 minus alpha 2. Okay. Here you have to make use of the formula tan A minus B. So tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A into tan B. Okay. So we have tan alpha 1 is m1. So m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Okay. So this is the formula for finding out our tan alpha. Okay. So there are two cases for this. That is, if m1 minus m2 is positive, this thing is positive. Okay, then tan theta will be positive and tan phi will be negative. That is this angle phi. Okay, which means theta will be acute and phi will be obtuse. Okay, so this will be close to 90 and this is greater than 90. Okay, if the answer is positive. If the answer is negative, then tan theta will be negative and tan phi will be positive. That is, theta will be obtuse and phi will be acute. Okay, so that's why we take this as mod of m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. Okay, so take one example. If the angle between the two lines is pi by 4, okay, theta is given pi by 4. Slope of one of the line, so if I take m1, okay, is half. Find the slope of the other line, so you have to find m2. Okay, so you can write here slope angle is given by tan theta equal to mod of m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Okay. So tan of pi by 4 is 1. m1 is half m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. So half into m2. Okay. So we'll take this as, this is inside mod. So if you remove mod, you will get two values. That is, the answer is positive or negative. Okay. So we can take it as equal to 1 or equal to minus 1. Okay. If you take it equal to 1, so this will be half minus m2 upon 1 plus m2 upon half equal to 1. Solving this, you have to multiply it here. So minus 1 m2 upon 2. So minus m2 plus half, or I'll take m2 this side. So half plus 1. So this is 3 by 2. And m2 minus half. So 1 minus half. Half. So the answer is 3. If you take it as equal to minus 1. Okay. If you take it equal to 1, then you will get, so taking this 1 this side, minus 1, so minus half. This will be 1 plus half, so 3 by 2 m2. So m2 is minus 1 by 3. Okay, for the value 1. Next example is line through the points minus 2, 6 and 4, 8 is perpendicular to the line through the points 8, 12 and x, 24. Find the value of x. Now here the hint which is given is perpendicular. Okay, so we have to make use of the condition. So if the lines are perpendicular, then we use m1 m2 equal to minus 1. Okay, so one line is given, I'll take it as AB. Okay, so the points are given minus 2, 6 and 4, 8. Okay, and the other line which is given, I'll take it as CD. 8, 12 and x, 24. Okay, so you have to find slope of this line and this line. Okay, so m1 y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So x1 y1, x2 y2, 8 minus 6 upon 4 plus 2. Here 24 minus 12 upon x minus 8. 2 by 6 and by 3. 12 upon x minus 8. Okay. Now you have to substitute this m1 and m2 in this condition. Okay. Multiply. This x I'll take here. This is 8 minus 4. 4. Okay. So x is 4. Next subtopic is collinearity of 3 points. Okay. So collinearity of 3 points means what? Here they have taken two lines, okay, which are parallel, but they pass through a common point, means they are joined like this. Okay. So if this is the line AB, first line, and second line is BC, and it is joined by B. Okay. Then if you want to find whether these are collinear or not, okay, then you have to just compare the slope. That is, slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. Okay, both the slopes are equal. Let's take one example. So they have given example 4. Example 5 we take. Time distance graph of a linear motion is given. Two positions of the time and distance are recorded. So they have given like this. This is 0, 2, 3, 8 and t, d. Okay. So using the concept of slope, find law of motion. That is how distance depends upon time. Okay. So this line is, first of all, it is a straight line and it is divided into two parts. So you have to compare the slope. Slope of this equal to slope of this. Okay. So slope of first line is 8 minus 0, 8 minus 2 upon 3 minus 0. D minus 8 upon T minus 3. Okay. So if you multiply, you will get one equation. Okay, this you can cancel. Result. Okay, this is the equation. And they have given some values. T equal to 0. You will get D equal to 2. Right. You put T equal to 3. This is 6. So 6, 8. Correct. Okay.